According to PW Touch newsletter, WWE's new character Mordecai will be played by Kevin Fertig, who is an OVW development wrestler. Despite the fact that most people backstage feel that Fertig is very green when it comes to his work inside the ring, they feel that the gimmick itself will be more than make up for his inexperience. However, while WWE is hyping Mordecai's debut with various video promos that have aired on Smackdown, many people feel that Fertig will be used just to job to The Undertaker. According to PW Touch newsletter, Goldberg recently spoke out against the WWE about how they tried to stop him from using the jackhammer as his finishing move during his recent stay with the organisation. However, the only reason that WWE tried to stop Goldberg from using the jackhammer was because many superstars, they felt like he was becoming a little bit too reckless with the move. Also management, they felt they didn't need to use the move since the spear was just as effective as any other finisher. Despite the fact that he is not personally loved backstage, Randy Orton has been gaining a lot of people's respect recently for being his own man. Orton is considered very tough, especially for his age, and despite being in Evolution, he does not suck up to Triple H or WWE management like many others do. The only negative though against him backstage would be that he is very injury prone, but hopefully that's something that he can check off going forward. In case you were wondering why Triple H came out and issued a pedigree to Shawn Michaels on Raw to prevent him from becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion, it was to set up a match between the two at the Raw brand pay-per-view Bad Blood. According to fans in Columbus, Ohio, they are running an audio advertisement for Bad Blood promoting a match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels in Hell in a Cell. Will a Hell in a Cell match between the former DX members bring viewers back? Only time will tell. WWE has apparently contacted some professional rappers to perform with John Cena at this month's Judgment Day pay-per-view. One source is saying that the rappers would be used in the same fashion that Ice-T was used during the WrestleMania show in Anaheim a few years ago, although it has not been confirmed, but it has definitely been taken into consideration. Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg, Warren G, Ice Cube, Mac 10 and WC are all rappers that are being kicked around backstage to be used at this month's SmackDown pay-per-view. Take this for what it is, but it's just a rumour and we are still awaiting official confirmation. Matt Hardy is currently working through a sore knee. Hardy told his peers last night at the Raw Brand House show in Frenso that he's feeling better than he has done in the last couple of days. And the wig warrior herself, Molly Holly, she worked some type of muscle problem in her back over the weekend on the Raw Brand House show in New Orleans. Her partner Gail Kim, she ended up working most of the match against Victoria Nydia. And Molly is said to be just fine, but it appears though she's suffered some form of spasm or just a slight strain. According to OneWrestling.com, it looks like Brian Christopher, better known to wrestling fans as Grandmaster Sexy, has ruffled the feathers of WWE management once again. Christopher was released last night from his contract that he'd just signed with the company only a few weeks ago after he showed up late at one of the Raw Brand House shows this past weekend. This is the second time that Christopher, whose real name is Brian Lawler, has been released from his contract with the WWE. The first time came in 2001 when he pled guilty to possession of cocaine after he was arrested in Canada and charged with possession of illegal drugs. The bad news seems to never end for WWE Judgment Day. According to fans that have looked up tickets, there is still front row tickets available for the event at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. However, some say the event hasn't done terrible as far as ticket sales, considering that a weak card is going to be presented this coming weekend. And speaking of Judgment Day, the final official card for this Sunday's pay-per-view has been announced. WWE Championship, Eddie Guerrero versus JBL. United States Championship, John Cena versus Rene Dupree. Tag titles, Rico and Charlie Haas defend against Dave's dream team of Hardcore and Billy. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship will be defended by your reigning, defending, undisputed Women's Champion Jacqueline, going up against Chavo Guerrero, who will have one arm tied behind his back. The Undertaker goes one-on-one with Booker T. Rob Van Dam and Rey Mysterio, Team 420, go up against the Dudley Boys. And the rematch that nobody ever thought they'd ever wish for, Tori Wilson versus Dawn Marie, stepmom versus stepdaughter. That has been your Dirty Dirt Sheets from Backlash up to Judgment Day. And guys, massive announcement. If you want that little bit of extra ruthless aggression in your life, we are now available over at Patreon, where myself and Big Sexy, we are going to take a look at every single pay-per-view match that Triple H has ever done within the WWE. We're starting at SummerSlam 95 against Furman, and we're going to end at, I don't know, when he lost to Roman, I think it was, with the world title a couple of years ago. Over at Patreon now, all the information is at www.patreon.com/R8 Hero Podcast. That has been your Dirt Report. I've been Dave. Peace out, people.